Well, back to another Bad 66 Chevelle video here. We got our carburetor here for 302, and went up to the parts place and got our vacuum caps, because we're going to cap some of the stuff off we don't need. Like this one right here, we don't need that. We got another one back here we don't need, and it's a couple on the motor we don't need as well. Really, the only two you really need is this port down here and this one back here for your PCV. That's about it. We'll go ahead and get these all capped off. This done, and I got to figure out how that kick down goes on there. I know it's got that rubber piece that goes on here. I don't know if this unscrews or how you're supposed to get this on there. So we gotta take a look at this. Gotta figure out what this. Hey, we gotta get our kick down cable on there. But anyway, we can get this carburetor ready here so we can get it on. This is brand new carburetor here. It's one of the repop ones, but I just want to buy it and try it out, because the other one it's missing this piece back in here for the choke, and it's missing part of the linkage down here as well. This little rod right here, if you can see it, it's missing that, and it's missing this. It's missing this vacuum hose. I think we're missing a screw here. I know we're missing this one, but I went ahead and just ordered a whole new one because I really didn't feel like chasing all this down. And I'm still trying to figure out if this is electric choke or not, because it's got this little end on here. I didn't think it would be. See, right down in here, this is your tube that runs down from here to your exhaust manifold, and the heat travels through it, and that's what in return opens your choke up once it warms up. But when I had purchased this, it said it was electric choke, so I'm not sure why it has this on here. I mean, it doesn't matter though. The screw right here is what adjusts your choke here, your fast idle for your choke. And this one right here is what adjusts your regular idle. But anyway, we're gonna make a little video here. I want to get this old Ford going. Open up our box here. Let's see, the first one we're gonna cap off on here. We're gonna cap this one off right here, because we don't need that. What this is for, it's got a little charcoal canister that sits on top of your fender, and it's a hose that runs from there to your charcoal canister. If anybody out there needs to know what that's for. But my truck doesn't have that, and even if it did, I'm gonna cap that off anyway. Let's see how that fits. It's a little too big. It's just a little too big. Let's see. This one should fit. So there's one. This will make it run a lot better too, because we don't need this one. The other carburetor I have doesn't have any of this either, which that doesn't matter. See, when you open it up, what this does is it opens it up and it presses on this little valve here, and that's what lets the vacuum travel through. See how that opens? But we're not going to run that. We don't need that. So there's that one. That one's done. Let's cap this one off back here. This is another one that goes to the choke on your air cleaner. It's a vacuum line that runs from that to the end of your air cleaner, and we're not going to run that. So we're going to cap this one off too, because we don't need that one. So that one looks like it's about the same size, and I think this kit here doesn't have that. Doesn't look like it. Let's see, that's too small. Or is it? Yeah, it's too small. I have to use this one. Yep. So there's that one kept off. So we don't need that one. That's just part of the choke. Because it's really not going to anything anyway. It's just a straight through shot. So we really don't need that one. Because the choke opens up anyway off this vacuum down here. So we really don't need this one. This one just goes to your air cleaner. Now we're going to need this one. So we'll have to go get some hose and a PCV valve, and we'll run that to our valve cover. So that one we got to keep. We need that one. And then we got to keep this one over here as well. That one's for our distributor, so that one we got to keep. And this is going to make it a lot nicer, because we're going to get rid of some of these vacuum lines on this 302, and we're going to just simplify it all. Because it's got like 4 or 5 different vacuum lines, and really all that we need is this port for our vacuum advance, and we need our PCV, and then there's another vacuum line that goes to our brake booster we got to have, and then we need one more that goes to the modulator for the C4, and other than that, that is basically it. Just to get it running and driving. Because you don't need this one, and you don't need this one back here. I mean, they're kind of pointless, to be honest. Nice truck. But anyway, they're just kind of pointless. And I'm going to find out, because I've never seen a choke like this. It looks like it's electric, because see, it's got this piece on here where you can run a hot to it. So I might take this apart and pull this cover off, because there's only 3 screws. And I'm going to take a look at this. Because if this is electric choke, then that'll be really nice. Because it said when I ordered this, it said this was electric, which was the main thing why I ordered it, because I wanted electric anyway. One thing I am going to have to buy is we'll have to get our fuel line fitting for here. So we got to figure out what thread that is. So we'll order that. And then I don't think we're going to need anything else. Might need a spring, get a return spring for our throttle. I don't think it's anything else we need, because this carburetor is nice too, because it came with our base gasket. This is nice. Oh, there's another vacuum port I missed, so we'll plug that one off too. It should fit. Let's see, we got any other ones in here? Probably go with this one. And you can actually cut these to make these shorter if you want it, but we'll cap that one off too because we don't need that one either. Just wondering what you really need. That's too small. We'll get a little bigger one here. Let's see, it might be this one. That's a little bigger. Yep. That's capped off. So this wasn't that much either. I think it was only like $5. And I think we'll still need, probably need one of this one right here and maybe this one. Or probably these two actually. And they're really the same size. They're the same size, one's just longer than the other. I said it doesn't matter because you can trim it. It's better to have a little longer than too short. So we got this one capped off. These are your idle mixture screws. And what I do is I'll take and I'll get a flathead screwdriver and I'll turn these. And I'll count the number of turns it takes to turn it all the way in, then I'll back it out that many turns. Like if you're ever rebuilding or something, that's something good to do. Because if it screws in 2.5 turns, then when you go to take and rebuild this and you put the screw back in, you screw it in all the way, then you back it out, 2.5 turns. And that'll get it pretty close to where it'll run. This one just this side of the engine, and this one does just the other side. It's got nice butterflies in it. It's a pretty decent carburetor. Ain't too bad. Hopefully it'll fit. I've already tried it on there. This carburetor is only like $80. I just gotta figure out how this comes off. I thought this was a screw because some of them I seen like a flathead screw and you just unscrew it and then you put your kick down on and then you put that screw back in. But this one I don't really know. We gotta figure that out. Of course it's already got our new pivot here for our accelerator cable, so that makes it nice. It's got all new linkage too. Now I've heard mixed reviews about these carburetors. I've heard good and bad. I've heard they run real good, and I've heard they're not that great. But I see more good reviews on it than bad. And for $80, it comes with pretty much everything there, even with the gasket and all. So it's not a bad deal, especially for our electric choke here. You can adjust your choke linkage down here at this screw too. You can adjust your vacuum right here too. It's a little diaphragm in here. Let's see, I don't know, I think this will fit. Because we're really not going to use that. That's a little too long. Let's get our other one here. So we're really not going to use that. This is just for the heating tube. That goes to the exhaust manifold, then heat travels through it and opens your choke. If when I'm red, you shouldn't have to have that. Oh well, we'll come back to it. I don't think it's gonna work. I'm gonna put it on there just temporarily. I may order that tube just to have it, just to put it back original. I'll just put that on there for now so no dirt or nothing get up in there. And I'll just have to remember to take it back off. That's pretty much it. So all we need now is that one. We'll get the hose for that, for our PCV and our PCV valve. And then we got our vacuum advance port. It should pretty much take care of it. The good thing too is something happens and then end up getting another 302, then I'll just take this carburetor and then taking all that off the 302 that I have now, and we'll just put it all over on a new one, or on our new one. So that'll make it nice. And I'm hoping that 302 is going to run good. That's my main concern. The thing opens up really nice. A lot of cars today. Everything opens up really nice. So that's good. Choke opens up good. I'm not sure what size jets those are. It was pretty clean. I think what they did is they took our original carburetor and they just copied it and they started reproducing it. That's what I was reading. It's a pretty decent carburetor though. I mean, I'd rather pay $80 for this one and it's got everything there than, you know, spend a couple hundred at getting a rebuilt original one. I'd rather have an original one, but I'm not gonna pay a couple $100 for that. This truck in the beginning, even now, is just, you know, to fix up and get back and forth to work, and I have for a second vehicle. That's the main thing. That way I'm not having to worry and rely on just one vehicle. If something happens, then I got another one, which that makes it so much easier. Because I think everybody should have at least 2 good vehicles. That way if something happens, you know, you still got a way around. Because that makes it really hard when you just got one. Plus it just wears one of them out so much. But real happy here. Glad that truck got it going now, and we're going to take a carburetor here and we'll put that on there, and that'll make it run a whole lot better. I'm hoping that'll clear up some of that misfire it has. But so this is pretty much ready to go. Other than getting our PCV. Get our PCV valve and get our hose, and that should pretty much take care of it. Just want to thank everybody for watching, and I want to thank all the subscribers, and I appreciate all the likes and comments below. You know, it means a lot. I appreciate all that.